Have you ever dropped a comeback so perfect it felt scripted? I worked at this coffee shop called Bean Street for 4 years. Started when I was 19, just needed money for rent. By year 3, I knew every regular's order before they walked in. Mrs. Kim got her oat milk latte at 7:15 every morning. Trevor always ordered a double espresso after his gym session. But there was this one guy, Mr. Wallace, who made every shift worse just by showing up. He'd walk in at 8:30 sharp, Monday through Saturday, and immediately start with his attitude. Black coffee, no talking, don't mess it up this time. Like I'd ever messed it up. I'd been making the same cup for years. He never said please or thank you, just grabbed his cup and made some comment about how young people don't know real work. Once he told me, "You'll still be pouring coffee when my grandkids graduate college." I just smiled and said, "Have a nice day." My coworker Amy used to ask why I never said anything back. Honestly, I didn't have the energy. Plus, I needed this job. My manager at the time, Paul, always said the customer's always right, even when they're being jerks. So I kept my mouth shut and took Wallace's crap every single morning. But things changed last spring. Paul decided to retire and move to Florida with his wife. He offered to sell me the shop. I'd been saving money, living with 2 roommates in a tiny apartment, barely spending anything on myself. I took out a small loan and bought the place. Didn't tell anyone except my family and Amy. The sign still said Bean Street, so most customers didn't even notice the change, including Wallace. He kept coming in with the same attitude, same routine. Then one Saturday morning in June, the place was absolutely packed. We had a line out the door. This group of 4 teenagers came in, probably 16 or 17, and they were filming some TikTok dance near the counter. They were being loud but harmless, just kids having fun. One of them accidentally bumped into Wallace while he was waiting for his coffee. His cup wasn't even ready yet, but he completely lost it. He turned around and started yelling at them. "Watch where you're going. Put your phones down and go back to school. Maybe learn how to work for a living instead of wasting time on that garbage." The kids looked embarrassed. One girl mumbled an apology. The whole cafe got quiet. Everyone was staring. That's when something in me snapped. I'd spent 4 years biting my tongue with this man, watching him belittle me and everyone else he thought was beneath him. I put down the cup I was making, walked over to the counter and leaned on it. "That's funny," I said loud enough for everyone to hear. "You've been coming here for 4 years. Same order, same attitude. You've made comments about me wasting my life here. Just so you know, I did graduate college, got my business degree 2 years ago, and I own this place now." Wallace's face went blank. "What?" "Yeah, bought it from Paul last month. So technically you've been yelling at your landlord this whole time." The entire cafe went dead silent for like 3 seconds. Then someone in the back started laughing. Then someone else. Then the teenagers started clapping. Even the old guy reading the newspaper in the corner was smiling. Wallace's face turned bright red. He opened his mouth like he was gonna say something, then closed it. He just stood there looking at me, then at everyone watching him. Finally, he muttered, "I don't need this," and walked out without his coffee. Amy was dying laughing behind the espresso machine. A woman waiting in line said, "That was amazing." The teenagers thanked me and left an extra tip in the jar. The rest of the day felt lighter. I kept thinking he'd never come back, which honestly would have been fine. But the next Monday morning at 8:30, Wallace walked in. The whole staff tensed up. He got to the counter and just said, "Black coffee, please." That was it. No attitude, no insults. He even said please. When I handed him the cup, he left a $10 bill for a $3 coffee and told me to keep the change. He's been like that ever since. Polite, quiet.